And now I'd like to teach some wrist techniques for beginning students. What I want to show you today is some basic techniques that involve the wrist, okay? And I picked Ed here because he's a fairly big guy and I'm sure he's got strong wrists. Now, what we're not doing is, I'm not really going after realism right now. The idea is to kind of show you some different principles of Jiu-Jitsu that are really important to beginners when they're first learning Jiu-Jitsu, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to start with wrist techniques. Now, it's not realistic, is it? Nobody's going to walk up to you like this and grab you with both hands. What they will do is they'll grab you with one hand and they'll try to pull or try to control you. It's an appendage, and they grab this thing and they use it to pull you, they use it to hit you, they use it to manipulate you in other ways. Police officers, if you watch them making an arrest, generally will grab something loose, and usually that'll be an arm, a head, a leg, whatever is available. Okay, when he's grabbing my wrists, what I'm really doing is I'm using both wrists at the same time. So when I'm practicing, if I do it this way, I'm doing like twice at the same time. I don't have to teach you the left hand and then teach you the right hand. Basically what we're doing is we're doing both hands at the same time. Okay? And there's 5 techniques that we teach beginners that deal with the wrist. Okay? And when we do this, I want you to grab me real, real hard. Okay? And the first technique involves pulling the hands together. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to come together like this and twist this hand out. But watch it happen fast. Grab me really tight. Watch. And I'm out. And from there, I can follow up with this hand and strike. Notice how I pulled that hand out like a sword, just like this. So here's the move. I get a little swing, I grab, I pull out, and I strike in the face. Okay? Another technique, okay, when he grabs my wrists, is to come up. And when I come up like this, I'm putting my hands in a position where they're facing forward, and now I'm just going to go straight down. Now see how that puts stress and strain on his wrists? Down like that. So if I do the first technique here, and he's expecting it, don't let me do this, it's real easy for me to come up and do this one. Okay? Now if he's not allowing me to come up like this, see, I can very easily come down and do the other, so I have a choice. All right? A third technique is to bring the hands up like this, and then push them downward. There are my hands ready to strike him. So it's up like this, straight down, strike, follow through, hit. Okay? So we have 3 techniques now. We have grabbing in here, we have coming up and over and down, and we have going off to the side, like this. Okay? Another one that we can do, which is very simple, is let's say he grabs with both hands. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my wrist and twist out. See how I did that? And then I'm going to come in with that elbow. So by twisting through, there's no way his thumbs can hold on. See, as I go through. And then I can strike, and I can hit. Okay? Another thing I can do is, watch this, grab me real tight, okay, is just step back. See what happened to his wrists and his thumbs? No matter how hard he tries, he can't get muscles in the fingers. Okay? So it doesn't matter how strong you are. You can be little, and these will work for you. You can be weak, and these will work for you. So we have 5 basic techniques there. The man grabs real tight, okay, and I pull back, and I'm out. And if I do it with a bigger step, it works better. The secret to this is that my arms are close to my body. I'm not out here, and I'm not pulling, grab tight, I'm not pulling, I'm twisting. See? Grab tight, don't let me out. See, if I pull, I can't do it, but if I twist, I can. So that was one. Here's the second one, see, coming up this way. Here's a third one, like this, grabbing in and coming around. Here's a fourth one, coming up and down like that. And then the 5th one we did was with a man grabbing with both hands, and we just came through. Watch his hands. See how they slip right through there? And then it goes in. Boom, like that. Now, it's not enough just to know that, okay? Because what we do is, if he expects it to happen, it makes it almost impossible. So if he knows that I'm going to pull back this way, like this, okay, he comes with me, right? See how I did that? Okay, grab me tight. So as I start to do this, what am I going to do? I'm going to switch techniques and do something else. So I'm leading him on to think one thing is going to happen, and then what do? I do something else. Okay, grab here. He thinks I'm going to do this, and I do this. He thinks I'm going to do this, and I do this. He thinks I'm going to do this, and I come in. Okay, so you can change the move around depending on what he thinks is going to happen to him. Now, there's another step to this. So not only are you distracting him with a different move, but you can also distract him with a different move and a real honest-to-goodness distraction. For example, when he grabs my wrists, no matter how hard, I want you, don't let me do this, okay? He's not going to let me do this, no matter how hard. He's not going to let me do this, right? You're not going to let me do this, right? Watch. What did I do? I just danced a second there. I just kind of moved my feet. And what happened? Well, he's thinking so hard about my wrists and holding on to that that all I've got to do, tight, is make him think about something else for a second. Okay? And boom, he's out. Do you see how easy it was for me to get out of that once he changed his thought into something else? Grab tight. Don't let me do this. Don't let me do this. Okay, look how easy it was. Boom, I'm right out. It just takes a second to make him think about something else before you move on to the next technique. So, what are types of things we do? A knee, there it is, boom, I'm out. Grab. A distraction of the legs, boom, I'm out. A head coming in, boom, I'm out. So any one of those things works. So, you know, you see somebody do a technique and you think, oh, that's easy, I can do that, okay? And we'll show it to you 10 times. And you go away and you say, gee, I know how to do that, I'm really good at that. Well, when we put you under pressure, and you have to do this without thinking, you know what's going to happen? You're going to go blank. And this is the problem with people that teach self-defense courses. If you go out and you say, well, I'm going to learn a self-defense course, and I'm going to take self-defense for 8 weeks, what they'll do is they'll teach you techniques. And they'll teach them to you, and you'll do them 10, 15 times, and you'll move on to another techniques. Do you really know the technique? No. What you develop is a false sense of security. You think you know something, but you really don't. Because when you're put under pressure, the technique won't work. And it's not just one thing. For example, I'm not just saying that, okay, he grabs me here, I'm going to grab this hand, I'm going to twist out. What makes this completely important is those distractions. Okay? Because now I'm out of it. I barely had to work to get out of that. He was grabbing me as tight as he can, okay, and as soon as I come in, I'm out. Understand what I'm talking about? 3 very important things. Distractions, changing the technique on him, making him think something else is going to happen, and then the technique itself. Okay? Okay, thank you.